Hello Cheapos! Today we're going to be talking about which Japan rail pass you should buy, for there are many, aren't there, Aaron?
There's a couple.
Are you confused?
I am confused because I've never bought one before.
Well, that's no good because we're meant to be explaining which one to buy. I'm not confused, and Aaron's not confused either. So before we get into the details, just start with two key points. And what's point number one?
Yeah, if you're going to only be in Tokyo, don't buy one. That's the big takeaway from this. You don't need it.
Don't need a rail pass. Tip number two is if you're doing several intercity journeys or you're traveling quite a long way across Japan, it probably does make sense for you to buy the Japan Rail Pass. You'll save lots of money, which as a cheapo, I'm sure you'll be very pleased about. So with that out the way, let's continue with the details. So, bumper. So, the Japan Rail Pass, it can be a huge saver, and there's three that you can buy, which are?
You can get a 7-day for 29,110, a 14-day pass for 46,390, or a 21-day pass for 59,350. And you do need to use those in those time periods. You can't just use it for like 3 days, then skip a day, and still have 4 days left. You would have to use it in 7 days.
So once you activate your rail pass, the clock is ticking. But should you buy one? If you're going to travel to several different areas, then you're probably better off with the JR pass, which covers the whole country. If you go to our Shinkansen fare calculator, you can quite easily find out the trip cost for going from Tokyo to another city, and it will show you how much the rail pass costs in comparison. So if you do a couple of journeys and they add up to more than the rail pass, or you do one long journey like Tokyo to Hiroshima, it's very likely that the rail pass will save you money. And we like that, don't we?
I like saving money. Yeah.
And where do you buy the JR Rail Pass? Well, probably the easiest thing is to go to our website, the Japan Rail Tickets website, which also helps explain which rail pass to buy. So japanrailtickets.com.
Yeah, and you can only get it outside of Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. So you need to buy it before you come to Japan. You order it online. Make sure you do that a few days before you arrive, at least.
Yeah, you must have a temporary visa, a temporary visitor visa.
You've got to be a tourist.
You gotta be a tourist. That's the word I'm looking for.
So the JR East passes, formerly called the JR East Pass, they've now been split up into three different passes: the Tohoku Pass, the
Nagano and Niigata Pass. Can't wait for someone to yell at me for mispronouncing that.
And
South
Hokkaido Pass.
Let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. And the South Hokkaido Pass.
So the simple answer to the question of which one you should buy is, well, are you traveling exclusively to that area or not? If you go to our website and check out the article about the JR Rail Passes, you'll see a nice table where it explains which pass covers which area.
So yeah, unlike the JR Rail Pass, this pass is flexible, and you can use it up to 5 days out of a 14-day period.
That sounds like a cheapo win.
I agree.
You don't necessarily have to buy it before you come to Japan. You're actually allowed to buy these inside Japan. All you need is a passport which shows that you're a tourist.
Yeah, at stations such as Tokyo, Shinjuku, Shinagawa, Shibuya, Ikebukuro, all the big stations basically.
High five.
This means big, no?
Excellent!
So Chris, tell me about the new JR Tokyo Wide Pass, formerly known as the Kanto Area Pass.
Formerly known as. So the JR Tokyo Wide Pass is useful if you're travelling some distance outside of Tokyo but still in the Kanto area. For example, if you're going to Karuizawa and back, it's going to save you a bit of money. Or if you're doing like a marathon journey around the Kanto area, it lasts for 3 consecutive days. So It's not so good if you're planning on spending a long time outside of Tokyo then coming back. And as Aaron so wisely pointed out at the beginning, if you're just staying in like the Tokyo area, like Tokyo, Kanagawa, Chiba, Saitama, don't buy this pass. It's cheaper just to use a Suica card. So where can one buy the Tokyo-wide pass? You buy it at major train stations. And actually it's open to residents, not just tourists.
Yeah, you can also buy it at the international airports. Right?
Marvellous.
Yeah.
Fist bump. Okay, next up. So Aaron, what's the Kansai Rail Pass?
So the Kansai Pass is a really good value for getting between cities like Osaka, Nara, and Kyoto. It really depends on how many days you'll be moving around. They offer 1, 2, 3, or 4 day limits.
And it's actually the most popular Kansai Rail Pass. That's the main one to consider. Otherwise, there are a plethora of other JR West passes. So if you go to the article we've written about this, we've got a table explaining the different ones. And the short synopsis is, based on what your itinerary is, probably one of those other passes might save you money. For example, if you're going from Osaka all the way to Kyushu, then Sanyo-san area pass will save you money on the Shinkansen. Really better check the article because there's about 5 different passes. So takeaway is the Kansai pass is probably good value if you're moving between cities in Kansai. It's just on local trains, not Shinkansen. And if you're doing other longer distance trips, then see if one of the other passes will save you money on the Shinkansen fare.
Chris, tell me about the Tokyo Metro Pass.
There are also a plethora of passes available for the Tokyo area. Just don't buy any of them. Just get a Suica card or a Passmo card, because most of the rail passes or metro passes in Tokyo are a bit inconvenient and don't really save you any money. Just use a Suica card or a Passmo card.
It also makes a nice little souvenir to take home. You got that little green card.
Suica.
Buddies.
Suica buddies. So to recap, don't buy a rail pass if you're just staying in the Tokyo area. If you're doing extensive Shinkansen travel, going from city to city, do buy a rail pass. Otherwise, probably best bet is to use our Shinkansen fare calculator and check the tables on our article where we've got the details for each JR and JR West passes. High fives?
Yeah. Hey, if you like what you just watched, check out our channel and subscribe for more videos like them. And also, don't forget to visit TokyoCheapo.com. We've got lots of tips and tricks on saving yen in Tokyo.